Welcome to the Four Bad Boy Podcast. I'm your host, Moderate Famous. I got Ryan and Michael with me on this episode. And we're going to start hot. We got our opening takes with Michael with HBCU Sports. Mike.
Hey man, so what's going on, everybody? Um, Man, for the first time in the NCAA Division II playoffs, we have five HBCUs playing in the NCAA playoffs. You've got Johnson C. Smith and Virginia Union out of the Eastern region. They represent the CIAA. Johnson C. Smith won the CIAA this past weekend over Virginia Union. In the South region, man, for the first time ever, the SIAC got three teams in the playoffs. You got conference champ Albany State, conference runner-up Benedict, and Kentucky State is going to the playoffs. But Albany State, they didn't do them no favors. Albany State is the number one seed in the South, meaning they are considered the best team in the South in D2. They get Valdosta State. What a hell of a way to open up your playoffs. Valdosta State is a perennial. Valdosta State is the Alabama to D2 football. They coming in like 7-4. Don't be surprised Valdosta State go to Auburn and knock off the number one seed. Um, Over in the MEAC conference is a huge game this weekend in Delaware with Delaware State taking on South Carolina State, pretty much for the MEAC title. And that's pretty much what we at with football with the HBCU. Now, let me just say something before we move on about our college, Fort Valley State. Fort Valley State was blown out 2 weeks ago against Albany, 48-3. But Fort Valley finished 4-6 on the season. The big problem with Fort Valley State, a lot of people talking about, well, there ain't no money, scholarships, and all this kind of stuff. There's been three schools in the last 10 to 12 years that have come in and pretty much hurt Fort Valley when it comes to the type players they get in recruiting. That's Mercer, that's Georgia State, and that's Kennesaw State. Two FCS schools and one FBS school. And a lot of those players that would have gone to Fort Valley, they are now going to Mercer, Georgia State, Kennesaw State. And Fort Valley recruits different from Albany. See, with Albany being so close to Florida, Albany still get a lot of Florida kids and get a lot of South Georgia kids. Fort Valley has been known to get a lot of Middle Georgia, a lot of Atlanta area kids, and a lot of those kids now got bigger and better opportunity, which is understandable. I guess y'all would agree. It's understandable not to go to Fort Valley when you can go to a Mercer or Georgia State or Kennesaw State. So that's pretty much the deal with Fort Valley. That's pretty much the HBCU, man. But y'all check out Albany State this weekend against Valdosta State. That's going to be an interesting game. I wouldn't be surprised, and I think it's one of our games of the week, man. I really wouldn't be surprised if Valdosta State knock off Albany State this weekend.
They will knock off Auburn State. So there's no need to talk. Let's keep moving.
It ain't no guarantee now.
Auburn State in the playoffs is just like a hurricane. It's gonna be destructive.
Albany State got a lot of D1 transfers, too.
All right,
But we'll see.
guys, let's go ahead and get this. Yeah. Okay, good luck, Auburn. Mike, what's on the rundown tonight?
Shoot, I forgot. We're doing college. You ain't got to pull it up? I know we're doing college first.
Yeah, I got pulled up. All right. Right now, we'll start Ryan. Who is the best college football team right now in America? Right now. Best college football team right now.
The best college football team, you have to say, even though they haven't had that de facto powerhouse team, is going to be the Ohio State Buckeyes. They're 10-0.
Hot take.
They're 10-0. They haven't lost a game. They started what, number 2? No, they started number 1 and they haven't been defeated. They still the Kings until somebody knocks them off, man.
They started number 3.
Started number 3, got the number 1, hadn't lost a game. I mean, who else? they are the reigning, defending national champions, and they until somebody beats them, they're still the best team in college football right now.
Michael.
Damn, boy. Little bro do got a point about them being I guess I would be considered a homer if I would say Georgia because they playing the best. But I say Texas A&M and Ohio State. If I had to do the BCS today, Fade, when you know the BCS is just the top 2 teams in the country, I would go Ohio State, Texas A&M.
If I look at the way Indiana's beating teams, we're just looking at eye candy. They did struggle against Penn State without a head coach. What Texas A&M has done in the SEC, and keep in mind they beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Let's keep that in mind. Folks got that. I would take Texas A&M or Ohio State. Those 2 teams right there. Ohio State started a little slow. They got more consistent. Julian Sayin is getting more comfortable in our offense, even though he was there last year. Actually getting more reps this year during spring practice has been more beneficial for him. Of course, the wide receivers numbers are down, but that defense with Matt Patricia as the coordinator has been something to watch. It's been something to watch this year. Like I said, I have to agree with you, Mike. Ohio State and Texas A&M would be the top 2 teams right now. We're in the old system, the BCS. I would of course throw Georgia in there unless Georgia has to play Alabama in the SEC championship game because Kirby is 1-10 against Alabama.
Right now it's going to be Texas A&M and Alabama because Alabama holds that tiebreaker over Georgia. So right now, if things hold true to form, Texas A&M will play Alabama in the SEC championship game.
All right, Ryan. What happens if Texas A&M lose to Texas? What you do then? What you got then?
I mean, that's their first. That will be Texas A&M first loss, correct?
Yeah. Then you will have, and let's assume Alabama beat Auburn. You will have 3 teams with 1 loss. Well, shoot, Ole Miss got 1 loss either, right?
So they got to go. They got to go to that tiebreaker system. The common opponents. Don't they go to common opponents?
I don't know how they do it.
These common opponents. I don't know why they got rid of divisions. They shouldn't have got rid of divisions, knowing you're gonna have 18 teams in that conference. You should have kept it like it was, or did something else. I think they're going to 9 games in the conference next year. I know Alabama will be there because the common opponent for them, they don't have any common opponents. Texas A&M and Alabama, if I remember correctly, they don't have any common opponents. Maybe LSU. So maybe LSU might be it.
No, what they do, I think they'll go to the ranking, CFP ranking. Whoever ranks the highest, that's where they go to the SEC championship game.
Which
is the case. If that's the case, then I would think that Alabama would still be there, but Georgia will be Georgia and Texas A&M. If Texas A&M lose to Texas, how far do you see them falling?
They won't fall out in the top 10.
Yeah, because right now, if like I said, Mike said, if you go ahead and assume Alabama's going to be Auburn, Alabama's always struggled at Auburn over the last 15 years.
Yep.
Oh, that game at Auburn?
It's at Auburn this year. It's Auburn this year.
Ooh.
And I'm inclined to take Auburn this year for some reason. I don't know why. Kalen DeBoer has not shown.
They flexed that game. They did flex that game, Fade. It was supposed to be the 3:30 game, and they flexed it to the late game from everything I've heard today.
That game gonna be a 7:30. Oh, boy. That's something else.
Now, Georgia's finished with conference games. Georgia's done with conference games for the rest of the year. They're already at 8. So the next two games are going to be out of conference. Georgia Tech and probably Savannah State at Chatham. Gonna be their two games. It's gonna be the second game. Texas A&M has one more game.
Charlotte this weekend, and then Georgia Tech Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes, so they're done. So if Alabama wins, that jumps them all the way above the Bulldogs. Now Georgia did beat Ole Miss, but they lost to Alabama. They did beat Texas this past weekend. Like I said, I'm looking at Texas A&M's common opponent. If Texas A&M lose, let's say they lose to Texas. Georgia did beat Texas. Georgia would then jump A&M, and then play Alabama again. Because look at
How about that, Fade?
Georgia beat Florida. Texas A&M beat Florida. A&M beat Arkansas. Georgia beat LSU. Texas A&M beat LSU.
Georgia didn't play LSU this year.
Well, they did. They still beat them. They didn't have to play them. They beat them. I don't think South Carolina played Georgia this year.
No.
That's weird. That's weird.
Everybody played the same teams they played last year.
That's weird because Georgia always plays South Carolina.
They just flipped. They just pretty much flipped the schedule.
Alabama did they play Texas last year?
Yeah, they played Texas last year.
Yeah.
I know Georgia played Texas last year. They beat the hell out of them in Texas.
Alabama played Texas too.
Beat the hell out.
And they did Texas play Alabama this year?
No, Alabama didn't play Texas last year.
No.
Everybody's playing the same team they played last year.
That makes no sense. Just break down the divisions. Just put divisions.
Nah, keep it like it is. You don't go no division. Nah, I'm glad they got away with the division. Keep it like it is so you get the best two teams.
Yeah, Texas A&M play Sanford and Texas. Oh, there has been some controversy with the SEC getting 6 teams in the top 12. I don't think. Let me ask you guys this: are you comfortable with the rate of BCS going right now? I know we got some other questions, but the Power 4 guaranteed at least one team in there. So the ACC is the weakest. Well, really, the Big 12 is the weakest, but the ACC is the most muddled conference out of all of them. Do you feel comfortable with the Power 4 guaranteeing at least one team each in there in the top 12?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everybody else, you got to just go ahead. Just go ahead. If you don't like it, go ahead and do something about it. Win some more football games.
I'm gonna give you the CFP rankings right now. I'm actually gonna start at 8. Oklahoma's 8, Notre Dame's 9, Alabama's 10. I get Oklahoma beat Alabama. I get that, so that's a little tiebreaker. BYU is at 11, who lost to Texas Tech, who was 5. Utah is 12, who lost to BYU. Miami is 13. They're 8-2. You know who else is 8-2? Notre Dame. Who did Notre Dame lose to at the beginning of the season?
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M and Miami.
Lost Miami first game of the year.
Yep.
What you don't think they deserve a spot, Fade?
I think he's saying that Miami should be in.
Oh, you talking about
Miami
Notre Dame, right?
No, Miami should be in. Notre Dame shouldn't be this high. They're Pittsburgh and maybe who else they beat this year. That's of consequence.
Notre Dame they beat USC. I think that's the only ranked team I know that they beat in Pittsburgh.
That's it. Now Miami lost to SMU, who was a solid team with Keith Jennings at quarterback. You lost to Louisville, who was ranked against them early. I think they were ranked in the bottom 20 to 25 when they lost to them. But Carson bet that game. But Miami still beat Notre Dame. They still beat Florida. They still beat LSU. They still beat FSU. They should. I'm not a Miami homer. I'm not a Miami caper. I'm just looking at
Miami
head to
didn't play
head
LSU this year.
FSU, Florida State.
I thought he
FSU.
said LSU.
Now, head to head still means something to me. Head. It still means something. Oh! It's still. Do what, D'Angelo? We gotta give. We never do a shout out, D'Angelo.
Yeah, we gotta do that, dog. We gotta do it.
Miami should not be no lower than right now. Be honest with you, Oregon has not been impressive.
Who is Oregon beat?
Oregon State. Pull up that schedule now. They beat Penn State when they ranked third. They lost to Indiana. They beat Iowa by 2. I mean, and they ranked 7. Some folks think they should be ranked 6 or 7. 6, 7, 6, 7.
6, 7.
6, 7, 6, 7. But
that's the dumbest crap.
But they play USC and they play USC this weekend and Washington next week. So hold on, we got a toll bomb. And I told you pop on the show. Just pop on the show, do the toll bomb. But let me go to the next question. The BCS ranking is making me mad because Miami should be higher. But Miami should be higher. BYU.
Who you gonna put Miami over, Faye? Who you putting them over?
BYU. BYU or Utah. Pick one. Let's say, for instance, Texas. Let's say Texas Tech win the conference, right? They're in the top 5 already. Utah should drop down. Miami has valid top 25 wins. BYU has beat nobody but Colorado State, Colorado Tech, and Colorado Weed Institute. That's all they beat.
Man, he said the Weed Institute, right?
But anyway, let's go to the next question because we were tired of belaboring it. The most disappointing team in college football right now is LSU. Question mark.
Man, you got to put LSU. Any team that was in the top 5, you got to put them all in the same boat. LSU, Penn State,
Texas,
and Clemson, and Texas. You can't take. There's nothing you and Ryan can tell me that make any one of them teams just stand out that they the most disappointing. All of them in the same boat. Because I think all 4 of them teams I just mentioned were all in the top 5 this year. Seriously. I think.
So what you're saying is all 4 of the coaches should have been fired also then. All 4 coaches should be fired.
No, I ain't say all 4 should be fired.
But 2 of them got fired. 2 of them got fired.
Yeah, 2 of them got fired, but I don't think Sark or Dabo should be fired. Let me ask y'all this question about Dabo. How long do you hold on to them national championship teams from 5-6 years ago with Clemson, with Dabo? How long do you hold on to it?
I already let them go.
Yeah, I really think that this should be the last. I mean, Dabo, when he gets defensive when you talk about this, but I think he should be gone. I think this should be his last year because as you can see, for the past 2-3 years, for the past 2-3 years, I really think that it's just one of them things where he hadn't had the same umph. So it's not the same. It's just not the same. I would have got rid of him a year or 2 ago. Not last year, but the year before that. Yeah, it's time for a change. He doesn't do NIL well. He doesn't do the transfer portal well. He recruits at a mediocre rate.
He does races well.
It's and that as well. So yeah.
All right, so then I'm gonna ask you a question. You want a 2-time national championship gone? Who you got to replace him? Who you got? So before you say anything, there's only 3 coaches in the country that's on 1 national championship. Dabo one of them. So we're gonna fire a national championship coach. So if you want him gone, Favors always want coaches gone. Who you bringing in? Who you got? What's your next?
Shoot, the way Matt Patricia over there doing that defense, give me Matt Patricia.
So you want me to let Dabo? I'm the president of Clemson. You want me to let Dabo go? 2-time national championship coach, played in what 3, 4? He done played in 4 national championships. Done played in 4 national championships, and you want me to let him go to go get Matt Patricia? Is that what you're saying?
If the proof is in the pudding, he is not equipped to handle this type of athlete. The NIL and transfer portal era, he ain't doing it. I mean, you see it, the proof is in the pudding. He's just not doing it. He is not. So if you don't fire Dabo this year, do like they used to do in the NFL. Hey, you got to get rid of all these coordinators, and if you don't improve, then next year.
Hey man, let me tell you something, bro. National championship coaches don't grow on trees.
They don't, but he wins.
I just sat there and told you there's 3 coaches in the country done won a national championship. They don't grow on trees, man. They don't.
I get that, but what was his last national championship was when?
What, 2019?
2019.
I'm assuming. I don't know right off.
I'll look it up. Hang on.
Trevor Lawrence freshman year. That's the last time he won one, I think. Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence year, right?
Yep.
Was that his freshman or sophomore year?
Freshman year. Bro, you don't just let national championship go. Yeah, Dabo hadn't adapted, but like that's a national championship coach. Like I keep saying, bro, it's only 3 coaches.
Let's talk about this, right? Let's think about this. All right, so you saying don't let him go, right? It's different. Kirby hadn't won. He won his 2 back-to-back, right? All right, Kirby won his 2 back-to-back, but the difference between Kirby and Dabo, Kirby has been in the playoff or on the cusp of the playoff ever since they didn't make the title game for the past couple of years. So he's been there.
Clemson won the ACC last year. Went to the playoffs.
What did they do in the first round?
They went to the playoffs.
What did they?
He has won the ACC 8 out of the last 10 years, and we finna fire him. Man, please.
Okay. It looks real bad. They fire coaches for less. I'll just say that. They fire coaches for less.
Let's bring in the resident black thought into the show. Horatio Major Jr. We have Horatio with us. What would you do with Dabo?
What's up, Ray?
All right.
What would you do with Dabo Swinney?
Yeah, I came on just at the tail end of their conversation. I would let Dabo go. And not, I agree with what Atwater's saying. Championship coaches is hard to find out here. Like you said, ain't but 3 of them. If that who was it in the last 10 years, 10, 12 years, is Dabo, Ryan Day, Michigan, and Kirby, right?
And Nick.
I mean, we're talking about current coaches, though.
I thought he said the last 10 years though. When he was said the last 10 years.
Last 10 years. Kirby Smart, Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, Jim Harbaugh, and Ryan Day. Buddy from LSU. Orgeron.
Orgeron, that's me. That's Orgeron. That's me, baby. Yeah.
But yeah,
like me some good gumbo. Oh, you have gumbo for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, what do you do with Clemson? That's my question. I mean, you can have different options. Anatole said, "What's Clemson record right now?" If you give me a second, I can pull it up.
I'll tell you, they 5-5. I just looked it up.
So wait a minute. So they don't even look like they finna make a bowl.
That's a possibility.
That seat mighty hot. If they're on fire, that seat is mighty hot. But if they gonna make them fire as coordinators then.
I mean, to be honest with you, ever since Brett Venerable went to Oklahoma, that's when his defense is kind of looked suspect when he lost Venable. So
The offense been looking suspect too.
I'm just looking at it. I mean, he's over offense, which means he need to do still.
He might just. I mean, it may just be one of them things. He's gonna have to turn it over to somebody else. He's gonna have to find him an offensive guru, and he's gonna have to find him Brett Venables 2.0. He's gonna have to.
Yeah, Anderson said they just replace all the coordinators this year. They just changed out coordinators.
He on that loan year then. Good one, Fred.
For Vaz Finest. SIAC champ 1998, Fred Johnson Sr. Defense has been on the milk carton, just like Dabo Sweeney's NIL contribution.
Thanks to Yakovich that dunked that bit. Ooh.
All right, last question before we move on to NFL true or false. The Heisman Trophy finalist should be Gunnar Stockton and who else?
Marcel Reed, Texas A&M. I think Sayin at Ohio State and Mendoza from Indiana. Don't leave out Jeremiah Love at Notre Dame.
You said Julian Sayin?
Yeah. You're the number one team in the country. Yeah, I need some love.
Isn't the Heisman Trophy will be the best player in college football, not the best player in the best team? That's what it should be, right?
Well, who the best player in college football? It ain't just clear cut. Who you got?
Mendoza. Mendoza's a better player. But Sayin on 2,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, 4 picks.
Yeah, he deserved to be in New York.
Honorable mention, I think we should go to Mr. Mateer. Excuse me, I keep calling him Mater. I keep thinking about
3 games. He's missed too many games.
Oh, okay.
He missed too many games. He missed 2 games. To be honest with you. And the season came back, he hasn't been that good. Because the Alabama game, Alabama turned the ball over too many times, but at the same time, that defense, they gave him short fields. So his numbers weren't that strong, but at the same time, Alabama turned the ball over. You're gonna lose the game when you turn the ball over 3 times. Because anybody. Let me go to Indiana right quick. Mendoza, 2,600 yards, 30 touchdowns, 5 picks, 184 rating. 73% completion percentage. Comparable. Gunnar Stockton, he's had bigger moments. Mendoza has had big moments, so you can't go wrong with him. Marcel Reed, though, I think he's had a year. I think the South Carolina game should put him on the map for a run at the Heisman. But I think it could be. It's wide open to me. It's wide open. Anybody else disagree with that?
Yeah, it's a wide open thing.
All right, real quick. Marcel Reed stats, right quick. I think we need to give him a couple more games to see. Marcel Reed, comparable, 2,600 yards, 22 touchdowns, 8 picks, 6 rushing touchdowns, ran for almost 400 yards. So,
yeah, he ain't just killing you with his numbers.
But yeah, just like college football level, we got 3 more weeks to count the championship weekend. Let's get to the NFL true or false. I'm gonna start with Horatio on this one. The Kansas City Chiefs will not make the playoffs. True or false?
I think Ratio don't fade it up.
Right. We'll start with Michael, then go around the horn.
Man, did I really put that question up there? Dang it.
You sure did.
Kansas City Chiefs won't make them. Damn, fade.
These your questions, so I'm just going by what you
I know, but that's. I don't be thinking about answering the question until you ask the question. Oh, would the Kansas City Chiefs make the playoff? I'm gonna say yes.
All right, let's go to Ryan.
I'm gonna say false. I'm gonna say false, even though they reigning defending AFC champions. I don't see it unless something were to happen dramatically. They go on a late season run, but as of right now, I'm saying no.
All right, shot.
What was the question about the Chiefs? I'm guessing.
Yeah, the Chiefs will not make the playoffs this year. True or false?
Oh, they sitting at 500.
Mm-hmm.
They play at home this week against who?
The Colts. And then they go turn around Thanksgiving Day, play the Cowboys.
Play the Cowboys in Dallas, right?
On Thanksgiving Day, yep.
Yeah, I think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll go 2-0 in the next two games.
I'm not betting against the Chiefs until they're eliminated, so they make it the playoffs. And once they make the playoffs, I think Andy Reid has the magic touch. As long as they don't play the Eagles, they're good. Raheem Morris will remain the coach of the Atlanta Falcons at the end of this year, Ryan.
He will still be there. He still got the locker room behind him. He a favorite of the owner, Arthur Blank. So despite their 3-7 and looks like they going out of control, I think they're gonna hold on to him for one more year.
All right, shot.
Yeah, I think they'll keep him. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out if the Falcons trying to tank or not. But you got to remember Penix has been hurt a lot. Drake London been hurt a lot. Like I know against Miami they lost, but they had both of them out.
Yeah.
So I think they are another draft. Smart free agents away from contending next year. You got a big time receiver. You got a really, really good quarterback. You got a big time running back. You got a big three. You still got a tight end that play like he in the pits. But
he in the pits.
No pun intended. But you can't really. Your defense is decent. So I just think they're a couple of good pieces away. They probably need to get somebody to protect Penix and then go from there.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Falcons don't own their first round pick next year. They traded to get James Pierce in the draft this year, so they tank. They helping the Rams out because that's who they traded with at the draft to get James Pierce. Michael,
who is James Pierce?
That's a linebacker they traded for from Tennessee and during the draft.
Oh,
that's who they drafted with that second. Yeah.
Yeah, fire the GM. Don't fire Raheem Morris. Fire the GM.
Fire the GM and the president, John McKay. Fire both of them. They've been there too long.
Yeah, clean house.
Yeah, because you the ones that turned down. You the ones that turned down getting Lamar Jackson, but that's neither here nor there. Go ahead, Michael.
Oh, I think he'll be there.
I think you give him one more year. You got to give him one more year because Penix is out. And plus, to be honest with you, if Kirk Cousins would have sat out a couple games to let his shoulder heal, I think the Falcons would have won the division last year. If you'd have sat him out a couple games, let him heal, come back, you'd have won the division last year. I think he gets a year, but that seat is on fire. And I don't know the GM's name for the Falcons, but he's on the hot seat as well. And McKay is also on the hot seat as well too. Everybody from the top to the coach, hot seat. Let's see. Jonathan Taylor will win the MVP. Shot.
Yes, he should. I can't think of anybody right now that's more deserving. I think a lot will depend on what he does this week. You got to go to Kansas City. If they can stay one or two seed in the AFC, then yeah, it's his championship.
Mike.
And what was the question again?
Jonathan Taylor will win the MVP. True or false?
Right now, man, I'm going true. nobody else has numbers like he does. And the closest quarterback that can possibly win it right now would be Matthew Stafford, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's the probably it would have been Sam Darnold if he would have threw them 4 picks last week, but yeah, Stafford's in the running. Straw.
I'm gonna say false. Generally, this is not a running back award. Generally, this is a quarterback award. And right now, I mean, unless he just comes through just think. I look at this. I look at last year and how Saquon did everything that he did and still didn't get the award. And they gave it to Josh Allen,
who deserved it.
So I'm looking at them. I think this is one of them quarterback awards. You got to have a super spectacular season, and I'm thinking Matthew Stafford and a second behind Matthew Stafford would be Drake May for everything that he's doing this year.
Yeah, I was about to say Stafford is not even having the best statistical year of quarterbacks.
Right.
So and I don't mean to take up nobody's spot, but in order for Stafford to get it, and I understand what y'all are saying, but now you got to start valuing the MVP trophy over games. And they still got Kyron Williams. So when they get inside the 5 and the 10-yard line, you still got a nice running back that wants the ball. In Indianapolis, they're going to get the ball to their workhorse back. So he'll still be able to rack up touchdowns, as opposed to, if the Rams get inside the 10, are they going to try to get past his stats and jeopardize, wins and losses? And I don't think they will. So that's why I'm going with Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Stafford leads the league in touchdown passes, 3rd in QB rating, 6th in yards per game, and he is 6th in total passing yards for the season. He leads league with he's 2nd to Jalen Hurts with 2 interceptions. Jalen Hurts only has 1. The problem is Jalen Hurts can't throw, so that's why he don't have no interceptions, because he don't throw and can't throw and scared to throw and can't see to throw. But that's neither here nor there. But he is elite.
He can throw. He just won't throw, but he can throw.
He's scared to throw. He's scared to throw the ball.
Well, when they were down in week 3 or 4, he damn sure knew how to throw it in.
Yeah, we're in week 11 and
they're
8-2.
8-2 because of that defense, but
well,
yeah.
He doesn't have to.
I think I don't. They're going to have to throw more. They're going to throw the run. That's what they did against Minnesota. I do not know what's going on with Tulo. It is what it is. They 8-2. We're going to start with Shot on this one. Tua Tagovailoa will be the starting quarterback for the Dolphins next season.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He will absolutely be the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, because the Miami Dolphins don't know how to do anything right. Now, if you had a competent organization, then that would be a more iffy question, but you don't. So, yes, absolutely. At $50 million, yes, he will.
All right, let me ask this question as a follow-up before we move on to Mike and then Straw. Who should they hire to replace Chris Greer?
Anybody that's breathing.
So Louis Riddick would be a great hire.
Listen, Louis Riddick is decent, but let's not act like Louis Riddick is not the same person that said Dwayne Haskins was going to be a big time quarterback. And he actually put his name on Dwayne Haskins. Right? He's also someone that thought Shedeur Sanders was going to be a big time quarterback. So I'm not saying Louis Riddick isn't the person, but he's not no Ozzie Newsome. Nah.
Nobody gonna be Ozzie.
Okay, well he ain't whoever the guy is in for the LA Rams. He's a damn good GM. Not to say he's coming from the Dolphins, but yeah, Detroit, that's a good GM. Like people that know what talent looks like. And there's nobody in South Florida that knows what talent looks like. That's running the Dolphins, rather.
I mean, at this point, y'all can bring in Matt Miller and see just roll the dice.
Boy, stop. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Not Matt Miller. Boy, stop. Well,
I mean,
since
no, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't
no,
want to
you
talk
go
about
ahead,
it.
go ahead, Sean. Go ahead, get in.
Well, I was just talking about the misses. Just like even right now, the Dolphins just they got their head smacked a couple of weeks ago, and then two is not the answer. So this is time to stack draft picks, especially in this class, because you have a lot of teams that are bad that already have their quarterback. So some team, and then you have a lot of teams that are looking for two or three of these quarterbacks. So some of these teams down here are gonna be in the running for in the top 3-4. That's gonna be able to get a lot of draft capital. And the Dolphins now they want to beat bad teams. Like it's just counterproductive. You was in the same spot. You was in the same spot 5 years ago in 2020 when you was supposed to be tanking, and Joe Burrow was there, and you wanted to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow was there, and in that same draft, you chose the 6-foot kid off with a hip injury over the 6'6" dude with a rifle arm. You chose the wrong guy. Jordan Love was in that same draft. And then a couple of more drafts, you passed on Justin Jefferson, you passed on Jonathan Taylor, you passed on DJ Watt. It's sad.
And Penny Sewell and John.
Oh my God. You passed on Penny, you passed on Jamar Chase and Penny Sewell in the same draft. And took Jalen Waddle. Kill yourself.
Well, Straw, go ahead, go after that. Carry on. Enjoy yourself. True or false? True is gonna start next year for Dolphins. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna be there. I don't think he's gonna be there next year. I don't see him. He done. I think, to be honest with you, I think he done it. He done said a little too much about what's going on. And I know the price tag is heavy, but I don't even see the coach. I don't even see McDaniel being there next year. They may totally do a whole cleanup. May just take a whole bulldoze to the thing with Tua in it. Find somebody to trade him to, and get him out of there. So I don't know who they would trade him to, but they gonna. No, I don't see it. It's too much. It's too much. It's everybody's fault but mine.
From Fred Johnson, spoken from a true Dolphin fan, talking about Horatio Major. Michael, true or false?
What Fred say?
He said spoken from a true Dolphin fan.
Spoken from a true Dolphins fan.
Yeah, them boys ain't going nowhere, man. They don't know what they doing. They don't know talent. Like I said, you don't pass up on I don't want to say generational talent, but you're passing up on all pro guys like Penei Sewell, Jamar Chase. Like you just picking the wrong people. Like that's all I'm saying. You picking the wrong people.
Justin Herbert and Brian Flores wanted Justin Herbert, but
yeah. Bottom line, when you
right,
pick the wrong people and you're a GM, you should be fired. That's just how it goes.
I say true. Tua will be there.
Yeah, Tua's dead cap hit will be $99 million if they cut him in the offseason. $99 million. So the answer is true. Unless you're bold like the Denver Broncos who cut Russell, and our feelings was you didn't like Russell, which he didn't, but the move was correct. But Bo has looked suspect this year, except in the fourth quarter. If we start the game with the fourth quarter, Bo Nix is the best quarterback in the NFL. But that's neither here nor there. Last question on true or false. Michael Vick is a Hall of Famer. Michael.
Look the stats, Fade. Michael Vick ain't never won no MVP.
Go ahead.
Dang.
But go ahead, Mike.
I'm trying to decide. I think, damn. Yeah, he'll Hall of Fame.
Of dog
Big ain't never
fighting.
won no MVP. He ain't never won no MVP or nothing either though.
Uh, so he in the Hall of Fame dog fighting or
Michael Vick was instrumental to Atlanta.
passing percentage. Atlanta doing what? Dog
I'm gonna
fighting.
say false. I'll finish it.
One
False.
season, Michael Vick passed over 60%.
I think he's a Hall of Famer. From what I understand, his I think one of his dogs won like 12 fights in a row.
I'm gone, man.
So,
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, NFL Hall of Famer.
oh,
I
you
don't
mean
think he's an
NFL?
NFL Hall of
Oh
Famer.
shit!
He was. I think more than anything else, his prison time. It's almost like Ali. His time in prison took something from him. He plays two more years or so at a high level. Yeah, I can see it. He got to because he didn't really win nothing. He's dynamic. He broke a lot of records. He was generational talent and the evolution of the black quarterback. But no, I don't see it.
Shout out to the North Fork Kennel Club.
That nigga tripping, boy.
The North Fork Kennel Club.
Yep. NKC, baby.
Also, shouts out to the ASPCA.
But he boy tripping tonight.
Who was the ASPCA?
Animal Foundation. Have your pet spayed or neutered? Bob Barker. You say that in the press, right? But
Okay.
Michael Vick has thrown for 60%, over 60% once in his career. Once. That was in Philadelphia. He only played 12 games. Mike Vick cannot stay healthy his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons in the NFL, and 2 of them he was backup. The last 2 seasons he was backup in with the Jets in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
See it. I do see it.
Mike, you had your top 25. Do
Man,
you have
I
that
left
list ready?
I left it on my desk in school, man. We'll do it next week.
I got a top 25. It's not in any order. I got one, but it's not in any order. You can put it in orders that you. These are my best top 25. My best 25 since 2000. And in no particular order, I've got Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, J.J. Redick, Tyler Hansborough, Kemba Walker, Carmelo Anthony, Jimmer Fredette, Steph Curry, Blake Griffin, Trae Young, Buddy Hield, Frank Kaminsky, Evan Turner, Dwayne Wade, Juan Dixon, Jalen Brunson, Doug McDermott, Adam Morrison, DeJuan Blair, Jared Sullinger, Shabazz Napier, Joakim Noah, Emeka Okafor, Jay Williams, in no particular order.
So no Tyler Hansborough.
He said
Zach
Hansborough.
Did you say Zach Edey?
I didn't.
He didn't say Anthony Davis either.
He said Anthony Davis. Trae Young.
He was the second person I named.
Trae Young, who led the league, who led the nation in scoring and assists.
I've got him on that list as well.
Shane Battier.
I do not have all arms, the 5'2" player, Shane Battier from Duke. I do not have him on my list.
Derrick Rose. Greg Golden.
I don't. Neither is Chris Douglas Roberts.
I got it, but I just forgot to bring it.
Buddy Hield was Player of the Year. John Wall.
I got him. I got Buddy Hield.
John Wall.
Forgot John Wall.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of college basketball, Fabe, you know something I noticed, man? College basketball the last 2-3 years, it shows some big time matchups early in the season. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they just had Arizona and UConn play tonight. And right after that,
Mhm.
Alabama and Illinois. Last night, you had Duke and Kansas, Michigan State and Kentucky. Sunday, you had Auburn and Houston. Like, these teams are playing each other early, bro. Early.
Yeah,
we want to see. I mean,
that thing.
we
I mean, they showed out with the game. They showed out.
Well, that's it, guys.
Yeah, that's the show, guys. We're gonna nice and tidy, 50 minutes. It's not bad. Nice and tidy 50 minutes.
put a bow on that thing.
Spit on that thing. All right, we out. I'll let you.
Be blessed, be safe, be kind, be good.
What the heck happened to?